talk about Thanksgiving, and I think there's no better way to celebrate or talk about Thanksgiving than to have some Thanksgiving music. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
So is there such a thing?
I don't know. We're going to try it out. We're going to try it out right now.
Well, let's see.
Let's see.
I'm curious.
No one makes Thanksgiving songs. I think that's messed up.
There's too many Christmas songs.
Does this sound Thanksgiving?
And it's always the same song.
Is this just like background music for your Thanksgiving meal?
Yeah, probably.
Search like Thanksgiving song children.
Children?
Why? Because then they'll have like I'm a turkey, I'm so silly, like those songs.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like a kids programming show, like on PBS or something. I don't know.
Like
Disney Channel, more like
I love
maybe. I don't
Thanksgiving.
know.
I don't think we should eat turkeys anymore.
I don't like the smell of turkey.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my god!
I told you this is what we needed. I was right.
Is this what you want?
Yes.
That is so goofy.
Put your right wing out.
Yes, this is great. This is awesome.
Just shake it all about.
It's a turkey.
Do the turkey pokey.
What the hell is this? All
Is this
right.
copyrighted?
I don't even know what the hell this is. Anyway,
This is
I guess-
definitely not
Goofy as hell.
copyrighted.
all right. I'm just
No, this was
gonna.
made by some
I
people
guess
in a
we'll keep
basement
this.
in
I'm gonna
Russia.
keep this because
This-
it's some weird stuff.
This is funny.
Okay. Well.
Thank you. I'm still gonna keep this.
You should play this song though.
Speaking of turkeys, did you know that Benjamin Franklin wanted the national bird of our great country, the United States, to be a turkey?
And he was right.
I disagree with that sentiment, actually.
Turkeys are cool. They can mess you up if you get in a fight in the wild.
The national bird, that's what you want, is a...
Come on, I never heard of the turkeys going extinct.
I mean,
The bald eagles were, the turkeys were not. They're
It makes
stronger.
more sense that turkeys are Americans because they're big and thick.
All right. Anyway, I'm going to stop this.
plumage.
So, we're talking about Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is going to be here Thursday.
God.
And some of us can't stand certain family members, like Emily was saying. You know,
Yes.
there's certain members where she was like, wow, I really don't want to do this.
You know, I know I'm guilty of it, but you guys are really taking it on heavy with the self-fulfilling prophecy here.
So, which family member would you uninvite to your Thanksgiving
Does it only have
gathering?
to be one?
Oh,
We'll
boy.
see. Hold on. Let
Oh
me
my
finish
goodness.
this. So Thanksgiving is a time where you're supposed to gather with people. It's a time where you're supposed to be with those that you love, especially
Right.
with this song, okay? You're supposed to be there with them.
Supposed to do the turkey pokey with all your friends.
But which family member are you willing to uninvite? I'm saying a family member, but if you have more than one, that is perfectly okay. But you have to uninvite someone from the gathering.
What?
And I need to know why you're uninviting them because I have a list and maybe your list matches the list I have here. I can't do it with this song anymore.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
lower it, please. Lower it, please.
I'm not even lowering it. I'm just done. Anyway, I've tried.
Okay,
My
fine.
ears are bleeding. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
No, it's not.
So,
No, I
does
actually
anybody
hated that.
want to go first and basically call out who they're willing to
Yeah, sure, I got it.
let go? But before we go into that,
Okay.
if you have a family member that you're willing to shout out that you want to uninvite from your Thanksgiving meal, call 516-572-7440. Maybe you're willing to, I guess, put the blame and say, hey, this is the reason why Thanksgiving is not so great.
Oh,
anyway,
what's that number again?
516-572-7440. So feel free to shout out your worst family member. Just kidding. Mikey,
Not
it's
kidding.
all on
Wow,
you.
we're going to be starting some serious fights here.
I mean,
We're
do you
gonna
want to go
end
back to
some
this?
marriages.
No, anything but that.
We are burning some bridges here today. Oh,
Anything but this. Oh God.
This is great.
jeez. Okay, well,
I think I'm going to stop with the
Yeah,
maybe we'll
no,
find something else.
Find something else.
find something else.
Okay, Mikey, you go first.
So I would uninvite all of my wife's aunts because
Whoa.
they're just racist.
Oh no!
I'm done with it.
The worst type of family member.
Wait, your
so
your
racist.
wife's
Racist
aunt?
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
jeez.
so
I'm
racist.
sorry about that.
They're so racist.
Oh.
Towards me too, which is even better.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I see.
I think this is
This
bad.
sounds like some like Peanuts Charlie Brown thing. What is going on?
It's some cozy autumn.
You know, I'm not
ambient.
opposed to this. I'm not, actually.
This
That
is
sounds
like
good.
very relaxing. This is
So-
the music
Let's
I
have
do
some
homework
biscuits
to.
and
Pumpkin
gravy.
Charlie Brown.
I want you to pass me the pumpkin pie and tell me why you're going to uninvite this person. That was not supposed to rhyme, but it just did.
Seems good.
So what do they? I don't want to get too deep into the terribleness,
Just-
but can you name one thing that they've said or done where you're just like, bro, you need to stop?
All right, so being a Puerto Rican, the first time I was invited to a holiday get together with them, I brought coquito. If you don't know what coquito is, it is basically the Puerto Rican version of eggnog, but it's made with like
That's cool.
Interesting.
it's made with rum and coconut, and it's really
that
good.
Sounds so good.
If you have a Puerto Rican friend during the holidays, hit them up for coquito.
Well,
Give it a
people
try.
love
It's
that.
delicious.
I love
That
coconut,
sounds
so
Right.
hit me up.
It is delicious. So, I brought a bottle, fresh
Okay.
made, because the only way to get coquito is to home make it. You
Okay.
know, like
Okay.
I think nowadays you're seeing some commercial stuff of it, but really it's homemade, right?
Okay.
So I brought a homemade bottle my mom made to the party, whatever.
Authentic.
And when I brought it in, they were like, "Oh, okay, thanks, appreciate it."
They just had no idea what it was, or
I don't understand. Were
So
they
wait,
just
wait,
like
wait, wait.
opposed?
Just wait for it. Just wait for it. It gets better. So, I go and I try to explain to them that it's like an eggnog. There's rum in it. It's delicious. Give it a try. And they're like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." No one drank it. I brought a whole bottle. No one
I'm
drank it.
so sorry.
Gets better.
Oh, God.
The following year, same event.
oh my god.
And one of like a family friend of my wife's brings a bottle. A white woman brings a bottle of coquito, and they all lose their mind.
Oh my
All
god.
lose their mind, and like,
Goodness.
oh my gosh, she brought the coquito. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You have to be kidding me
I would
right now.
fight them.
Oh, I
They-
was
What?
very
Do they
close.
actually just hate you? Do they actually? Or
Yeah, no, it's a legit thing.
Oh my
Oh my
god, I'm
God.
so sorry.
It is what
You
it
could
is.
just bring over dirt and they'd be like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
I would
have the
sneak
same
dirt.
reaction,
No, at that
honestly.
point, I would sneak dirt into their cups, like while they're not looking. I'd put it in their coquito mugs
Just
and
be like, oh yeah, that's cinnamon. Enjoy.
it's like, oh yeah, you want some cinnamon?
Extra
It's some
flavor.
cocoa. some
No,
cocoa
actually, you
powder.
have no. Even better, you have to trick them into putting it into their drinks themselves. You have to hand it out like it's presented to everyone as, hey, we got some cinnamon here. Whoever wants the cinnamon, it's whatever, and then just inform everyone except them, and they'll.
Wow, that's some
Yeah.
cruel stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, then that's.
I think that would
that's
work.
that's like the best and nicest example I guess I can give.
Wow.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Sheesh.
But
bad.
there's been a lot.
It gets
of comments.
worse?
Oh, it gets worse.
Oh,
there's been
man,
a lot
I'm
of comments
sorry.
made. A lot. I just. Yeah. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
I hope you had some serious clapback for whatever they were telling you.
I'm not allowed to, man.
What? Not
There's
allowed
the
to. I don't
clapback.
care. I really do not
allowed
care. You know what?
to. Listen, the thing is,
I would not care.
I
I would
have
not
clapped
care.
back before, and it doesn't fall on me. It falls on my wife.
Oh,
so
Wait,
that's
it's
the
her-
worst.
Is it
not
her
her-
family that you're visiting?
right, it is her family.
Okay, that's what I needed to clarify because I was like, why is your own family disowning
No,
you
no,
like
no,
that?
no, no, no.
ridiculous.
It's her
Do you
family.
guys share
No, he-
visiting families?
My family doesn't really celebrate the holidays.
Okay.
So, I mean, this year we were going to, but it's because of what happened with her mother last year.
It's just more fitting to see.
Right, honestly, we're not
Yeah.
doing anything really for Thanksgiving family-wise this year. We're going out to 110 on 110.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we like made
Okay.
reservations yesterday, so we're going to like
That's nice.
sit down and stuff like that. More
That's
like
not
an
bad.
intimate thing.
Did
But,
you have a choice in
really
that
nice.
matter of where you were going?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
no-
a power move right there. That's what you should do.
No, but
is
that's
choose where it's going to be.
Those are plans are made between with me and my wife.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So like that was different, but like.
But that's good.
Does it feel
anytime-
weird saying that word?
Wife?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It's only been like a month. It was actually a month yesterday.
Congratulations.
My anniversary was
Congratulations.
yesterday, so.
But that is the power move you should take. You say, hey, we're going to decide where it's going to be.
Yeah.
No, that's the perfect way to do it.
Funny thing about yesterday is that we didn't even realize it was our 1 month anniversary.
Aw.
We were talking to somebody about the wedding, and they were like, "Oh, when was it?" We are like, "Oh, it was the 20th." Oh crap! It was the 20th.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. and we just
so
like looked at each other like,
nice.
"Oh, happy anniversary."
That's so nice.
Well, I'm glad we turned that story around.
Yeah.
That got really good. Oh.
Yeah, what about you, Emily? Who are you uninviting? Let's go ahead and get dark
Okay.
again.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure you have a list a mile long. It sounds like.
I'm uninviting everybody.
There it is. Hey.
No one. I want to eat alone.
Oh.
I
Why don't you do what my other cousin does? I have two cousins that are like my first cousins. So my the older one sits with everybody, but the second one just takes his food and goes into his room and just eats alone.
That's the
that is sad.
dream.
Yo, is it just me, or do you just want to sit at the kitty table your entire life?
No, the kid table was drama of its own.
I can imagine. No, I will say I can imagine that. Yeah, the kid table definitely a lot of gossip.
Really?
Yeah, no, there. Of course. What do you mean? It's Thanksgiving.
See-
Where's there a Thanksgiving where you don't have
Because
gossip
it's like,
at the
hi,
table?
random cousin I
Hi.
haven't seen in ages. We gotta act like we're best friends, and I'm just gonna sit here awkwardly.
I'm
with
gonna
my
be
mashed
real.
potatoes.
I am one of the older of the kids, so like for me, the kids' table is just like, oh my god, Jimmy didn't put his napkin the right way, and it's like I want to leave.
Yeah,
No,
no, it's
I
like
get that.
siblings fighting with each other, me fighting with my sibling. Like, no.
Of course.
Everyone's uninvited for my Thanksgiving. I want to eat alone, just
Jealous.
me, with my
no,
dog.
I feel
maybe.
that.
Dang.
even with
maybe my dog.
even
If
with
he's
my
on his
family
best
members.
behavior.
Maybe.
Even with my family members that are like around my age, like some of my cousins, they're still either younger or older than me, and it's always like a huge discrepancy in like level of maturity.
See,
So
like-
it's very like I'm caught in between.
For me, it's weird. It's either they're like in their 30s or 40s, or I'm dealing with like kids who are 12 and under. So there's
Yeah, that's
really
my
no
thing.
media.
All
All
my
cousins?
cousins either
Yeah.
are like all having kids or they're like 12. And it's
There's
like
no in
me.
between, and that's why I have to drag my sister and Shane, because without them, Shane's like, you can go by yourself. I'm like, yeah, and die? Like, don't do that
Yeah,
to me.
no.
Jeez, wow.
Don't
I
leave me out
can't.
there in the cold.
Well,
And
Emily,
they just stress me out, family things. Like, it's too many people,
Really?
too
Aw.
much. I'm like an introvert, so I don't want to deal with like everyone all the time
I
at
think
once.
I've picked up on that.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I want to be alone at Thanksgiving with my dog if he's on his best behavior.
You don't hate your family, do you?
Why don't you-
Or-
I don't hate my family. I just don't want to deal with them all at once. Scream
For one
like
day,
making noise.
yeah, just
it's
for a day,
stressful.
yeah.
I want to
No,
hang
it's
out.
okay,
I want
I
to
get-
watch the parade. I want to watch the dog show after the parade.
Why
I
don't
wanna
you just
chill.
ask for a silent Thanksgiving, and whoever talks owes $100?
Well, let me ask this.
I'll
then.
be making money if that happens.
Let me ask this then. So, if how hectic does it get with your family if it's really
it's
all
not
at
too
once?
crazy. Like, I've heard of other people's Thanksgivings where they're like having like a turkey bowl or whatever. Like, we're not like that. Like, it's just more like it's just more like, so how's your boyfriend? How's this? How's your life? What do you want to be? What are you doing?
Like the social
how's
formalities?
college? What are you doing?
I
What's
hate
your
the
life?
intrusive conversation.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh my
What
God,
do
you wanna
wanna
hear
do
what I
when you're
did once?
adult?
It's
So
like,
one
are you
time-
still single? It's like, huh?
One time, I was really angry that year, and someone asked me, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend?" And I said, "I don't need no man." And they were like, "What? Why did the music stop right on time?" But they were,
Dramatic effect.
they were
Record
like,
scratch.
they were like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I just don't need a man to make me happy. Like, why do I need that?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, it's just and they were like speechless. And I said, "Don't at me like that. Like, don't come at me like that." And so
Like,
they thought
I
Ever since I was
understand.
a child, they were like, "Are you in a relationship? Are you in a relationship?"
I understand where.
Did you lick that
awful.
toad? Did you
Oh my
lick the
God.
toad? Is what they're
No.
asking.
I know where the
I just
concern is
switched
coming
an
from
eater.
because like a lot of the older generation is concerned. Oh, but there
Maybe
has
he
to be.
did lick the toad.
I want the younger generation to have kids. I want there to be the next generation in the future. Or the older parents are like,
They
oh,
are
I
not
want
expecting me
grandkids
to
or
have
nephews
kids
or
yet,
et cetera,
thank
et
God.
cetera.
Yeah.
It's I understand that, but it's like it does become
I
overbearing.
almost want to
imagine.
have kids, so they ask me about the kids instead of myself.
you know what's
Damn.
Yo,
the
that's
worst
actually
time I've
respectable.
ever been asked for children by my mother was during the mother-son dance.
Oh,
Right when we're dancing.
That's
she was
in the
like, "I'm
middle
just
of
gonna
it, she
slide
she
it
goes,
in."
By the way, when I'm gonna get grandkids, like, Mom, are you kidding me right
Slide it
now?
in. Okay.
Enjoy the dance and shush. Just shush.
This is not the time for that
Oh my
conversation.
God, no, it's not.
I would be like, ew, why are you picturing me and my wife like that? Like,
Oh
it's
my
been
God.
2 minutes.
Whoa.
Can you just, like,
No.
settle down? That's what I think of when people ask, can you try?
God.
Don't
Can
use
you
that. Don't use the word try around
I
me.
hate the word "trying" for
It's
a baby.
disgusting, okay?
Yeah.
I think it's, like, just as gross as if somebody
the
is just, like,
worst?
murdered on the floor.
I
Like,
was
bro,
I
stop.
was told as a child that I was a surprise.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's not necessarily a bad
Surprise.
thing.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, ugh.
No, but
Yeah,
that's
but-
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I
You're a
think
surprise.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
It's a bad thing.
But
It
it's
might have been a
gross.
good
they were not ready
surprise.
for a baby.
It's
It
gross.
might have been
is
a
the
good
thing.
surprise. You don't know that.
My dad was in college. My mom was like just starting teaching.
That's not the greatest
well,
surprise.
the question is, how did it turn out? That would be
Not good.
not good.
Oh, God.
Really?
I
They
just
co-signed
think,
my student loans.
Oh no.
Okay.
I just
Please
think it's
do
gross.
not tell me you got a Sally Mae.
No.
Oh my
Okay.
god. I just think it's gross to think about the term of trying for a child, because now I gotta sit here and think of you two people doing these
Getting
things that
it
I don't
on.
want to think about.
Jeez.
And some of you people really should not be wearing clothes in my mind. Like, I really think you should be clothed at all times. And I think it's just disturbing to see you like that.
No,
I don't
you
want to
went
picture
deep
you like
into the
that.
rabbit hole, man.
That-
No,
You're
just like
going
think
to-
they're writing a letter to the stork to come bring them a baby.
It's way
That's
too
what I
deep
think.
into it.
I just think
I
these
wish.
babies spawn out of nowhere.
I wish, but that's unfortunately not how it's going
Oh my
anymore.
goodness.
So, James, do you want to talk about someone who you would like to get rid of from the Thanksgiving gathering?
Who
Maybe
are you
kick them
cutting?
out?
Who's the weakest link?
Oh my god, that's
Goodbye.
actually tough for me. Like I don't want to say I like everyone the most.
Oh, don't
or
be
anyone the mo-
ashamed. Don't be like, oh, I would never.
No,
kick
but that's the
anyone
thing
out.
is like I don't
Just choose the random
I don't
third
particularly
cousin
hate
that you
anyone
barely
that much.
talk to.
You hate the baby. Just be real. You
Just be
can't stand the
Get
crying.
rid of the baby. Get rid of the baby. Cut it.
There usually isn't a baby at Thanksgiving. At least not usually.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you cut it.
I cut the baby.
told them
What
not to
you're
bring it.
you're accusing me of that, huh? Okay. Well, you know the thing is I don't think I can relate on the same level of nosy relatives to that extent. Like they'll
Really?
they'll ask me things like, "Oh, how are you doing with the radio station?" or "How are you doing with your music?" or "How are you doing with college?" And it's like, "Yeah, it's okay." And then they might
The
ask
problem
me,
is I hate
"Oh,
answering
how's
any
you
question about myself, even when it isn't
well,
nosy.
yeah, they ask me about my girlfriend, and it's like, you know, I'm okay with answering that. They don't get like overbearing though with like, "Oh, are you gonna have kids?" Or like they don't get into that. That's like crazy.
They kind of dig in. They're like,
They don't
oh,
ask me about kids.
I remember one time.
They just ask me the like general basic stuff, like, "Oh, how long have you been together?" Oh, it's all
I
that.
don't
Oh,
want to
yeah, no.
answer that. It's just like,
See, like the first year or two that we were together, Shayna, I think it was last year, Shane came over and we stayed over that night, and when we were in pajamas, it was winding down, and they start interrogating Shane right there on the couch.
Oh, jeez.
I left to go to the bathroom.
They do the
and
the parent
They
talk,
pounce.
the family.
my mom was there, and she had to stand up for Shane because she, you know, he doesn't want to say anything, so he kind of just let them do it. And I'm like,
Family
don't let them beat
interrogation.
you up. Don't let them give you an ass beating. Like, stand up for yourself. Like, they were like, how much you make? Where are you working? And I'm just like,
Those are some.
that's
that is
really
none of their
personal.
business.
that was some intense.
I don't know about
You
me,
never
but
ask anyone about how
No.
much money they're making.
And I was like,
ever.
damn.
I wouldn't let that slide. No.
I was like,
no,
damn.
sir.
I let you go for 1 minute. I'm so sorry. Next time I pee, I'm taking you with me. I was like, I'm sorry.
I would not let that slide.
I didn't know.
wow.
My mom was
Oh my
like,
God.
enough. You know? She had to stand in and be like, the iron fist and be like, done. We're done.
All of my relatives and family that have met my girlfriend so far have just been nothing but like nice and polite for the most part. So
Sometimes
I
they
can't
love
really
them
say,
more
yeah.
than you. Sometimes
Yes.
about that.
My entire family, I went to my grandpa's birthday party, as I said. They just kept asking me, where's Mike? Where's your boyfriend? Where's Mike? And I'm like, I'm here. Isn't that good enough?
Well, that's what I said. I was like, they're like, where's Shane?
Okay,
And I'm like,
that's
he's
the thing.
coming.
They will tell me that too. They'll be like, "Oh, where's your girlfriend?" It's like,
I'm like,
you know,
living
she's
his
busy.
life?
She's at work or she's doing her own thing. Like,
Literally
I
doing
understand-
anything but being here.
I understand why they say that, though. I'll play devil's advocate here. I understand why they say that. It's because they want to see you together. They want to see the both of you together. They're interested in that
My
for whatever
cousins
reason.
actually forgot that they met my wife.
What?
Actually happened, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
How do you
that's-
forget
recently,
that?
too. Recently, that
Yeah.
was like
Oh
That's
my
messed
god!
up.
a few months ago.
I would
during the summer.
uninvite him.
My cousins invited me to like a barbecue for their
What?
yeah she invited me to a barbecue. She was graduating college, so I was like, all right, cool, I'll come up, I'll bring my fiance. She's like, oh, I'm so glad I get to meet her finally. I was like, wait, what?
Oh my goodness!
She's like, yeah, I finally get to meet her. I was like,
That's so
I would
awkward.
uninvite
you met her like once or twice already. And she's like, really?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
is she
that's
gonna be at
rough.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Did you
no,
have
upstate.
amnesia? Did you hit your head afterwards? Like, come
I don't know.
on.
They're like, well, when did we do that? I was like,
Is she a heavy drinker? Any chance?
maybe.
Maybe.
I was like, yeah, you met her about like 5 years ago.
Oh my god!
And she's like,
Ouch.
well, that was 5 years ago. I was like, what?
Still the same
it's the
person,
same
though.
What? I haven't been with anyone else since like in 7
And like,
years.
it's not like, oh, they just
Okay.
met a rando on the street. That's like literally been your long time partner.
Maybe she assumed that you two still like weren't still together and it was someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
That is a bold assumption.
It was
though.
weird,
Just
though.
It's
out of
like, I
nowhere.
don't have to remember this one.
Yeah, it was
Did
like,
you invite her to the wedding?
yeah, actually, I did.
Damn. And did she remember this time?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Oh
Good.
my god, no, because I can imagine like a lot of people will be like, oh, they're not gonna stay together. So like if 5 years later, a lot of people who
Oh,
thought
just
that,
erase that person from your
yeah, they would just think, oh, there's no way they stayed together. No way, that's her. That's her.
I mean, I had no fun with it.
homie.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went to March.
It's weird. I went up to my my fake aunt the other day, and she was like, "So you broke up with your boyfriend?"
fake aunt?
She's not my aunt, but she's
Aunt
close
by
enough.
marriage?
No,
or
aunt by
family friend.
Family
Yeah.
friend. She was very close, and she's like, "Oh, you broke up with your boyfriend?" I'm like, "No."
What?
I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Oh, I must be talking about the wrong person." I'm like, "Definitely not me. Just because he's not here doesn't mean we broke up."
It's like, what is he telling you?
Wait,
well,
when
no,
was
like
this?
they don't talk, but it's more like maybe she mixed it up with my sister because my
Maybe.
sister just got out of a relationship.
Yeah, that's probably what
So
happened.
this happened recently.
This happened like last week.
Oh, okay.
That's
No, that's
awkward.
more
It'd
understandable.
be like, I don't know what you know,
And I'm
but
just sitting
we're
here
not
like-
broken up.
I'm
Okay.
sitting here like, oh, is there information
No,
that
that-
I'm not
okay.
aware
Anything
of?
you want to make me know?
No, but that's more understandable, the mix-up there, because of your sister. And
I guess.
We talked about that.
That's
it's like,
true,
it's a big
yeah,
event for the
we
family.
talked about it, but she and I haven't talked
No,
about
but for the
it.
family, it must have been a big deal that some word got out to her, right?
Maybe. I'm not
'Cause
entirely
from
sure.
what I heard, it was a very
No, my
problematic
aunt knows
family
all the tea,
situation.
the gossip.
It was a pretty big one.
Jeez.
But for me, in my family, I think the one person I would like to kick out, nothing personal here.
I actually didn't give
All
an answer.
personal.
It's as
All
personal.
You had no answer. That was
That's
why.
true. I that's the thing is most of my family, like as
that is
obnoxious
your answer.
as
That's
obnoxious
your
as
answer.
many of them can be.
But that is your
I
answer.
don't hate any of them that much enough to kick
It's
them
not a
out.
hate thing. It's just like well, I'll see you later thing.
Well, okay.
I'll take
There is
it.
one thing I will say. There will be times where it's like, oh, this person is expected to show up and they don't show up.
Well, that's
So
just like
there's that.
poor timing.
I gotta
And at
say
this
that
point,
when
we're
it comes
kind of
to hate-
used to it, though. I
Okay.
wouldn't say that's like if I had to choose one person and not show up, it'd be the person that is probably not going to show up anyways.
I mean, like for my instance,
Like just
I
be
would-
upfront with me about it. Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, you can continue.
No, you're fine. I feel like for me, my person I would choose is my great aunt.
Why?
Get rid of the
What
old
about
lady.
her?
So I love her to death. It's not that I don't. She always texts me and she's like, "I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm your biggest cheerleader." And I'm just
Wow.
like,
It's
That is-
always the random relative like you're like 10 related
just
to.
like,
Just trying to seek like some relevance in your life.
well, I'm just like confused because I mean,
biggest cheerleader.
I don't talk to her often.
Notice me.
So like I only talk to like really like 3 people in my family, like immediate family. Like I talk to my nana, I talk to my mom and my dad, and then obviously my sister. But like in elder wise, those are the only 3 I really talk to. And so if I tell my nana something, I'm assuming she's spreading around like wildfire. What's going on? I don't
yeah,
know.
So
grandmas
then
are
your
a
great aunt-
gossip.
But I love my nana to death.
Then
Yeah.
your aunt finds out.
So yeah, it's like my great aunt because it's
Your
my
great-
nana's
your great
sister.
auntie, right,
Yeah,
okay.
it's my grandma's sister. So
see.
she, when we go to Thanksgiving, it's always at my uncle's house. There's usually like 30 people or more when we go there. And when we go last year, she's the type of woman who's in your face. Where she's always like, "Oh my God, it's so nice to see you! Oh my God!" And I'm just like, I just want to run.
I just want
I always have to warn Shane about her because it's always she's gonna want to like kiss you and hug you and show you around. And she wants to run around
I
with the
hate
children.
hugging random family members. It's
She's
like, I don't
the
wanna
type-
touch you.
She's the type that'll be like, "Oh, come watch the children," and then you have to play babysitter, and you don't even get paid. You get paid in tears because like you got to watch someone else's kid, and then they tell you that you're watching them wrong, and it's like, do your own job. You're a parent. You produced this thing. Watch the thing you produced. Okay.
Wait, well, so you would uninvite your great
I would
aunt.
because of this one big thing that
rid
she
of
does.
her.
I'm trying to tell you the buildup of why.
Okay.
So my biggest thing is that last year we were sitting at the table right after we said thanks. You know, like you say why you're thankful for everything. We were sitting by the doorway where all the food is, and one person couldn't come. Her son couldn't come, and so she has her iPhone and she's showing him all the food. And as she's showing him the food, she's eating the food and licking her fingers and then touching the next item.
Oh,
And then she does it again. And then
that's
she's doing it
how
again.
COVID
Does she
happened.
double dip too?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not
my
watching
goodness.
her. I try not to. My whole family tries not to watch her. So she'll be like, oh, look at the potatoes. Takes a piece of potato, like licks it. Then
Can
she'll be like,
someone
oh
just
my God, look at the
slap her?
turkey. Well, I mean,
Fight
she's also very well known for taking photos while you're eating. So she'll be like, everybody, we're taking
Okay.
a family photo. And my dad hates that so much. My
Can I
dad
actually
is
change
the
my
type.
answer?
Now you want to change your answer?
Yeah, you've been
To
reminded.
your great aunt.
Yeah.
Jamie's
can
great
I?
aunt.
Can I? Or
I mean, sure.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all uninviting Jamie's great
I'm sorry.
aunt
I don't
from
mean to
all our
interrupt. I
Thanksgiving
don't mean to
dinners.
interrupt. You need
No,
to
yeah, go.
You know, honestly, no offense to my mother, but
You're
she-
uninviting
I
your
would-
mom?
Let me explain why. Let me explain. why.
Damn. Is
Like-
she listening?
I don't know if she is. She might be. But let me just say.
Is she the one cooking the food?
Sobbing?
No, she's not. She's not the one who's
I was gonna
cooking.
say you're not getting
no,
food. If
no,
she is.
my grandma cooks food for an army. My grandma does that.
Okay, well,
But
she might tell
the thing
your
is,
grandma.
let me tell you.
Screw this
Let me
guy.
explain why. My mom is like, she's gotten to the point in her life where she's very like pokey with like me and my dad. So it'll be like, oh, honey, did you do this? Or James, did you do this? Big James, little James. It's like, okay, yes, I'm either doing it, I've done it, or I'm not hungry
So
or
she's
something.
like
I don't know.
nagging?
I kind of, yeah. So it's like either it could be food, it could be cleaning up something, and it'll be like immediately at the most like inconvenient time. Like either like let's say we finish dinner, right? And she's
Okay.
like, guys, clean this up. It's like we just finished. You know,
See,
it's like that type
Oh,
of
so
thing.
she's like
wish that was what it
volunteering
was.
you to do a task.
Yes, but it's like things literally
That's
just
how
wrapped
my
up.
family is, except for since I'm like, my grandma, I love her, only makes the female children set the table. And it's just like,
Oh, I see.
no.
I see.
Call 516-572-7440 if you have a family member that you would like to kick out.
Kick
But
that family member to the curb.
I'm telling you,
But why are we talking about this?
well, I'm not even finished, my dude.
Oh my god.
Keep
what?
going.
Wait,
So
what's
she's-
Get rid of that.
what's
great
that number
aunt.
again?
516-572-7440.
Aha.
So I also know that she also likes to try and make you try new things on your plate. So I remember one year I said, I really don't like green beans. Like, it was like asparagus. And I was like, I really don't want to try the asparagus. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, because I don't like it. She's
It's
like,
Thanksgiving.
she's like, have you
I
ever
hate
had
that
it?
too. My mom does that to me too. She's like, "Oh, try it." It's like I've already tried it before. I know I don't like it.
Well, her thing is, have you tried it? And I would be like, no, but I just can tell from the way it looks that I'm probably not going to enjoy it. If I don't put it on my plate, then I don't want it.
Usually you can tell by the way it smells too, and people don't take that for account.
And she was like, oh, well, if you haven't tried it, you have to try it now because you can't say you don't like it if you've never done it before.
That's not fair.
So I would have to put one of everything on my plate, and obviously it's wasting food because I'm not eating it.
Yep.
So that's my last reason.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I'm happy that I
No,
got
I
rid
hate
of
that
her.
too. Let me tell you why. Because most of the time I can smell when the food is like not appetizing to me. I smell it. I'm like, oh, this is nasty. They're like, oh, James, have a piece. And I'm like, no, I don't. I know for a fact most of the flavor is going to be in that scent. And I don't like the scent whatsoever. Please keep it away from me. But they insist anyways.
I can't.
It says here we're
That's why I'm
talking
getting rid
about
of everybody.
We're talking about why.
And then they act surprised when I eat something they've never seen me eat before. And it's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. It's like, what do you mean? I'm just eating.
Why don't you give them all gold medals and tell them to go sit in the corner?
Yeah, no.
Everyone go to the
I
kids'
wish.
So are we talking about this?
We're talking about this because 70% of millennials would like to uninvite somebody
Millennials.
from their holiday celebration
Good
if possible.
for them.
Good for
Get
them.
rid of your bad
So
family
nearly
members.
3
Good for
in
us,
4
yes.
millennials
Good for
would cut out a
you.
family member. It says here much higher than the 52% of U.S. adults who already would want to cut out somebody. So it says that I think it says here that the boomers and seniors feel the same way. 58 and up want to cut out somebody. That's 39% of them they want to cut out. So it says here, out of a survey of like a little over 1,000 people, they want to cut out. They just want to cut some people out.
Good for them. Cut out the toxicity in your life.
As a Gen
Amen.
Z man myself, I wouldn't mind cutting out a millennial or two.
I'm trying to figure out who they would cut out specifically because it doesn't say who they would want to cut
Well,
out.
I imagine this must be like a pretty diverse survey, right?
So it says that here they just want to cut out. It was not an in-law they don't want to cut out, but they
okay.
want to cut out an aunt, uncle, nephew, or cousin is most
Sheesh.
likely to get uninvited to a holiday
Yeah,
gathering.
because it's always the rando
it's
aunt who's
it's-
annoying and ruining the
Well,
vibe.
did you also say brother?
They says that it was aunt, uncle, nephew, and cousin.
Nephew
Yes.
and cousin. Oh. Nephew and cousin.
I want my nephew out.
You know,
He's
I can
like
understand
10.
that.
I hate him.
It says here they're cutting them out because of possibly lingering or unresolved family issues are the cause, and it goes into drama, and that is the number one cause of why they don't want them, which is going up to 15%.
Yeah, your random 5-year-old nephew's bringing up all the drama.
Certain.
What about nieces?
He's like, how's work?
You know what?
No.
You know what? You know what?
Only-
you know what?
only-
Let me say this. You know what? You know what? You know what?
Yeah, the
Who did you vote
Legos.
for in the 2020 election?
They
You know
have.
what? You know
well,
what? You know what?
What do
They
you
have
think of
here-
Michelle Obama?
Let me finish here. We have certain abrasive personalities, and that's at 12%. Clashing beliefs or values is 11%. Alcohol and politics were tied at 9%. This is
see
the
that.
fourth one.
Alcohol. Ooh,
So I guess maybe-
Alcohol and
sad.
politics.
Have you ever had a family member over and they just went too crazy on the alcohol to the point where you had to cut them off?
Yeah.
We've had that at my family where this one woman, because so my uncle has a wine cellar in the basement, so it's
Oh,
as much
lovely.
alcohol as they want technically, and they just go, "Oh my god!" and they take a sip of almost
Oh
all of
my
them. And next thing you know, they're like drunker than a horse on a spinning wheel.
There's
I
like a
don't know, I just
level
made that
of
up.
drunkenness and entertainment. Like sometimes it just gets too much.
I know. I
gets
know.
messy.
I'm just really proud of my drunker than a horse on a
I
spinning
feel-
wheel comment.
I feel bad
Yes.
for the kidneys in this situation.
I feel bad for
And then they're
everybody.
gonna ask you for a liver down the line.
I just feel bad for the turkey that's got to sit there
and then
just
they
roast.
expect you to owe you. They expect you to owe them a kidney because you invited them to your Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, you know what? They can go ask somebody else. Maybe someone who's more nicer.